Chosen one, 20 minutes left. A life surprise is on the way. God says, stop. Listen carefully, my chosen one, because this moment carries a weight that many souls overlook. I am telling you to stop because something sacred is about to unfold, and if your heart keeps racing past this moment, you may miss the blessing I have already begun placing in your path. There are only moments left before a shift arrives that you did not expect, but that I have been preparing quietly behind the scenes of your life. I have watched every tear, every silent prayer, every night when you felt unseen, and now the time I prepared is drawing near. Remain here and keep listening, because what is about to touch your life carries the fingerprints of heaven itself. Type 1111 if you believe. What I am revealing now is not an accident, and it is not imagination. When I say there are minutes left, I am speaking about a season that has almost completed its circle, a season of pressure, waiting, confusion, and hidden preparation. Many things in your life seem delayed, but I was arranging them carefully so the surprise could arrive at the exact moment your spirit was strong enough to receive it. I told you to stop because your mind has been running through worry and doubt, yet the miracle approaching you requires stillness. When your heart becomes calm, you will recognize the doors that I am opening. If this touches your spirit right now, take a moment to like the video, because someone else who feels forgotten may also need this reminder of hope. The surprise I am sending is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it arrives as an opportunity that appears ordinary at first glance, but within it lies the answer to prayers you whispered months ago. Sometimes it comes through a person who suddenly appears in your life with the exact encouragement you needed. Sometimes it comes through peace, replacing the heaviness that has followed you for so long. I do not work according to human timing, but when my timing arrives, it carries a power that changes everything. You have walked through seasons where you believed your efforts were invisible. You continued trying even when progress seemed slow, and you remained faithful even when the path was confusing. I saw that perseverance, and I stored it like treasure. What you call struggle was actually preparation, shaping your spirit to hold what I am about to release. The surprise approaching you is connected to the strength you built during those quiet battles. Type Amen to affirm. My chosen one, many people around you cannot see what is forming because it exists first in the unseen world. They measure life through visible results, yet I measure life through the transformation of the heart. While others doubted, you continued hoping, even when hope felt fragile. While others walked away from faith, you held on with trembling hands. Those small acts of faith have echoed through heaven, and now they are returning to you as blessing. I am telling you again to stop, because your thoughts have been rushing ahead of my plan. Your mind has been imagining worst outcomes, replaying past disappointments, and wondering whether anything will truly change. Yet this moment is not connected to those old disappointments. I am doing something new, something that cannot be predicted by your past experiences. When I open a door for you, no doubt from yesterday has the authority to close it. Within your life, there are details aligning right now that you cannot yet see. Conversations are happening that will soon benefit you. Circumstances are shifting quietly so that the path ahead becomes clearer. Even hearts that once misunderstood you are being softened. All of these movements are part of the surprise I mentioned, and they are unfolding faster than you realize. I want you to breathe and remember that you are not walking through this world alone. My presence has surrounded you in moments when you felt completely abandoned. When you were tired, I carried you through days you believed you could not endure. When your confidence faded, I protected your purpose from being destroyed. That protection continues now as the new chapter approaches. Many times, you wondered why doors closed suddenly in your life. You questioned whether those endings meant failure or rejection. Yet those closed doors were shields that protected you from paths that would have drained your spirit. The road ahead requires strength, clarity, and peace, and I refuse to let anything weaken those qualities inside you. What looked like loss was often protection. The surprise I am sending will remind you that I never forgot the promises placed in your heart. Those dreams you almost abandoned were not illusions. They were seeds planted by my hand long ago. Seeds sometimes rest quietly beneath the soil for a long time before the first green shoot appears. The waiting season can make the ground look empty, yet beneath the surface, growth is already happening. Chosen one, the reason this moment feels urgent is because your perspective must shift before the blessing arrives. If your eyes remain fixed on disappointment, you may overlook the opportunity standing directly in front of you. That is why I asked you to stop. Pause your worries. Silence the voices that keep telling you nothing will change. Let your heart become open again. The surprise on its way is not only about circumstances changing around you, it is also about strength rising within you. Courage will begin to replace fear. Hope will begin to replace exhaustion. Faith will begin to feel natural again instead of difficult. These inner changes are part of the miracle just as much as any outward breakthrough. You have endured storms that shaped your character in ways you could not see at the time. Each challenge carved deeper patience into your spirit. Each disappointment taught you wisdom that cannot be learned through comfort alone. Those lessons now form the foundation for the next stage of your life. Without them, the blessing approaching you would feel overwhelming instead of empowering. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind. But this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. Do not rush away from this moment of reflection. Stay here for a little while longer and let peace settle into your heart. The surprise I mentioned does not depend on perfect circumstances. It depends on your readiness to recognize the goodness that I am placing before you. When your spirit becomes calm, your eyes will notice the opportunities that were invisible before. I know there were nights when you whispered quiet prayers asking whether I still heard you. I heard every word, even the ones spoken through tears. I felt the weight of your loneliness and the confusion that surrounded your path. Nothing about your journey has been hidden from me. Every step has been recorded in love. What you are about to experience will remind you that my plans for you were never cancelled. They were simply unfolding in stages that your human timeline could not fully understand. The moment approaching carries restoration for pieces of your heart that felt broken. It carries clarity for questions that have lingered too long. It carries encouragement that will renew your strength. Stand still in your spirit and allow hope to rise again. The season of constant struggle is beginning to loosen its grip on your life. New light is approaching your path, and with it comes direction that will make sense of the confusion behind you. When the surprise arrives, you will look back and recognize that every delay had a purpose. When a new blessing approaches, certain weights must fall away, so your hands are free to receive what I am giving. That is why you feel an unusual stirring in your spirit right now. Something old is quietly loosening its hold, while something new is moving closer with every passing moment. My chosen one, I have watched how patiently you endured seasons that felt unfair. There were days when your heart was heavy and your thoughts were clouded with uncertainty. You tried to remain strong even when encouragement was difficult to find. Still, you continued walking forward, step by step, even when the road looked empty ahead of you. That quiet persistence is something heaven noticed, and it is one of the reasons this surprise is now approaching your life. The world often measures success through speed and visible progress. Yet I measure faith through endurance during silent seasons. You remained faithful even when nothing seemed to be changing around you. Your patience created space for me to work in ways you could not yet see. What appeared like waiting was actually a sacred preparation unfolding behind the curtain of time. Type 1212 to claim miracles. There are details forming around you right now that your human eyes cannot yet recognize. People are being positioned in places that will soon intersect with your journey. Circumstances are quietly shifting to open pathways that once seemed blocked. Even small decisions you make in the coming days will guide you toward the surprise I mentioned earlier. Nothing in this moment is random, and nothing about your life is drifting without purpose. You may have felt recently that something inside you was changing. A new calm has begun, replacing the restlessness that once filled your mind. Your spirit has been growing more aware of my presence, even during ordinary moments. This change is not accidental. It is a sign that your heart is becoming ready to recognize the blessing that is moving closer to you. My chosen one, the surprise on the way, is deeply connected to your purpose. It is not only meant to bring comfort into your life, but also to awaken something powerful within you. The strength you developed during your struggles will soon become a light for others who feel lost. Your story will carry encouragement for people who are walking through darkness right now. What I am doing for you will ripple outward into many lives you have not yet met. When I told you there were moments left, I was speaking about a turning point in your life. Turning points often arrive quietly. They do not always appear with thunder or dramatic signs. Sometimes they appear through a simple realization that changes how you see everything. Sometimes they arrive through an opportunity that opens unexpectedly. In that moment, the direction of your life begins shifting toward a brighter path. You may wonder why I allowed certain hardships to remain in your life for so long. The truth is that some lessons cannot grow inside comfort alone. Patience grows in waiting, compassion grows in understanding pain, wisdom grows through mistakes and reflection. The person you have become through those experiences is far stronger than the person you once believed yourself to be. That strength will soon play an important role in the blessing approaching you. Without it, the opportunities ahead might have overwhelmed your heart. But now you carry resilience that allows you to stand firm even when challenges appear. The storms you once feared have quietly trained your spirit to remain steady. That steadiness will help you walk confidently into the new season forming before you. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. I want you to understand something important about the surprise I am preparing. It is not merely a reward for endurance, it is also a reminder of my faithfulness. You sometimes wondered if your prayers were drifting into silence without answer. Yet every prayer you offered became part of a conversation I was carefully listening to. Answers often take shape slowly, but they always arrive at the moment that serves your highest good. The reason I asked you to stop earlier is because your mind has been racing through too many worries. When the heart is full of fear, it becomes difficult to recognize the gentle movements of hope. Stillness allows clarity to return. When you slow down and breathe, you create space for faith to rise again. In that quiet space, you will begin noticing how my presence surrounds your path. You are entering a season where small moments will begin carrying deeper meaning. Conversations will feel more purposeful. Decisions will feel guided rather than confusing. Even simple encounters may reveal signs that you are moving in the right direction. Pay attention to these moments because they are pieces of the larger picture unfolding around you. My chosen one, you have sometimes believed that you were walking through life unnoticed. You felt as though your kindness and efforts passed quietly without recognition. Yet nothing about your journey has been invisible to me. Every good intention, every act of compassion, every time you chose patience instead of anger, has been seen and valued. Those actions created a spiritual momentum that is now returning to you. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading so quickly everywhere? Recent CIA leaks have revealed a strong brain ritual that triggers an instant flow of wealth. This short technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly transforming lives. From heavy debt to dream vacations, this could be your path to abundance. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky, because the page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. The surprise approaching your life carries encouragement for your weary heart. It will remind you that perseverance always holds meaning, even when results seem distant. It will show you that faith planted during difficult seasons eventually grows into visible blessings. The road you walked through confusion is about to connect with a path of clarity. There is also healing coming into areas of your life where discouragement once lived. Emotional wounds that lingered quietly will begin to soften. Old disappointments will lose their power to control your thoughts. Peace will begin filling spaces that once felt empty. This healing is an important part of the transformation that is beginning. I know you have been longing for reassurance that your life holds purpose. You have asked within your heart whether the effort you continue giving truly matters. The answer is yes, and it matters more than you realize. Your existence carries influence beyond what you can currently see. The compassion you show and the faith you maintain will touch lives in ways that echo far into the future. The surprise I mentioned is not the final destination of your journey. It is the doorway into a wider landscape of possibilities. Once that door opens, you will begin noticing how many paths suddenly become available. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will begin appearing naturally. Your confidence will grow as you realize that you are not walking forward alone. As this moment approaches, remain attentive to the quiet voice within your spirit. I often guide my chosen ones through gentle impressions rather than loud commands. A sense of peace may lead you toward one decision. A feeling of caution may guide you away from another path. Trust these subtle signals because they are part of the way I guide your steps. You do not need to force anything to happen. What is meant for you will arrive at the right time and in the right way. Your role is to remain faithful, attentive, and open to the possibilities that unfold around you. When the surprise appears, receive it with gratitude rather than hesitation. Remember that the journey ahead will still contain moments of challenge. Every meaningful path includes both joy and growth. Yet the difference now is that you will no longer feel lost within those challenges. The strength and clarity developing inside you will allow you to move through them with calm confidence. My chosen one, you are standing near the edge of a new beginning. The past season of uncertainty is slowly giving way to a period filled with fresh opportunities and renewed hope. The surprise on its way is one of the first signs of that change. Let your heart remain open and allow your faith to rise again. You have sometimes wondered whether your life truly matters in the larger story of the world. When struggles seemed endless, it felt easy to believe that your presence was small and unnoticed. Yet I tell you with certainty that your life carries purpose far greater than you can currently see. Each person I create carries a unique light, and your light has been quietly growing even during the darkest seasons you have faced. The surprise approaching you is connected to that light beginning to shine more clearly. Type 1010 if you trust God. There were times when discouragement whispered that nothing would change for you. That voice tried to convince you that your efforts were meaningless and that your prayers were fading into silence. Yet those whispers were never the truth. Even in moments when your faith felt fragile, the simple act of continuing forward kept the door open for new blessings to enter your life. The persistence you showed has carried you closer to this moment than you realize. My chosen one, the reason I asked you to stop earlier is because I wanted your attention focused on the present moment. When your mind is racing through worries about the future or regrets about the past, it becomes difficult to recognize the gifts that are arriving right now. I am reminding you to slow down so your heart can recognize the shift that is taking place. Sometimes the greatest blessings enter quietly, and they require awareness to be noticed. You are standing on the edge of a season that will feel different from the one you have known. The heaviness that once followed you will begin to lift little by little. Situations that once confused you will start revealing their meaning. Even relationships around you may begin changing as new understanding grows. This transformation will not always happen all at once, but the direction of your life is beginning to move towards something brighter. The surprise I mentioned earlier is only one part of this unfolding change. It is a signal that the season of waiting is gradually giving way to a season of movement. Doors that once seemed permanently closed will begin showing signs of opening again. Opportunities that once felt distant will start appearing within reach. These moments will remind you that hope was never misplaced. Type 555 to affirm. There is also a deeper reason for the path you have walked so far. The struggles you endured have built compassion within your heart. Because you understand pain, you will recognize the pain in others and respond with kindness. Because you experienced loneliness, you will become someone who brings comfort to those who feel forgotten. The experiences you once wished to escape will eventually become the tools through which you help others rise. I want you to remember that your worth has never been defined by the approval of people around you. Many individuals measure value through achievements, status, or recognition. Yet, I see worth through the sincerity of the heart. The quiet goodness you carry, the patience you show, and the faith you continue holding all reflect a beauty that the world often overlooks. That inner strength is something I treasure deeply. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. As this new chapter begins to reveal itself, your confidence will start returning in ways that feel natural rather than forced. You will begin noticing that your thoughts carry more hope than fear. Your steps will feel guided instead of uncertain. Even when challenges appear, you will feel a calm strength within you that was not there before. This inner change is one of the most powerful parts of the blessing that is unfolding. My chosen one, there are people who will cross your path soon who need the encouragement that lives inside your spirit. They may not know your full story, but they will sense the calm strength you carry. The peace that grows within you will become something others notice and seek. Through simple words and actions, you will become a source of hope for hearts that are struggling. The surprise approaching your life is not meant to elevate you above others. It is meant to strengthen you so that your life becomes a channel of encouragement. When blessings flow into your life, they create opportunities for you to lift others who feel weighed down by their own battles. In this way, the goodness you receive will continue spreading far beyond your own experience. You may not fully understand how all these pieces connect right now. The human mind often wants immediate explanations and visible results. Yet many of my plans reveal themselves gradually as you continue walking forward. The important thing is to trust that each step you take with faith moves you closer to the purpose I designed for you. There will be moments in the future when you look back at this time with new understanding. You will see how the struggles that once felt endless were actually guiding you toward greater wisdom and resilience. You will recognize that delays were often protecting you from paths that were not meant for your growth. In that moment, gratitude will replace the frustration you once carried. My chosen one, remember that faith is not about pretending difficulties do not exist. Faith is about trusting that even when challenges appear, there is still a greater story unfolding beyond what your eyes can see. It is about continuing forward with courage, even when the road ahead feels uncertain. That kind of faith has been quietly growing within you, and it is becoming one of your greatest strengths. As the surprise draws closer, remain open to the guidance that rises within your heart. Sometimes clarity arrives through sudden insight. Sometimes it arrives through a peaceful feeling that gently leads you in the right direction. Pay attention to those moments because they are signs of my presence guiding your path. You do not need to fear what is coming. The changes ahead are not meant to overwhelm you, but to reveal the strength you already carry. The life unfolding before you holds more possibilities than you once imagined. Even if the path still contains challenges, you will walk it with a renewed sense of confidence. There have been days when you felt as though life was simply repeating the same struggles again and again. You tried to move forward, yet obstacles seemed to appear at every step. In those moments, you questioned whether progress was truly happening at all. What you could not see was that your persistence was shaping a deeper strength within you. Every step you took, even the slow ones, was moving you closer to the moment where change would begin to reveal itself. Type 222 to receive blessings. My chosen one, understand that the surprise approaching your life is not meant to erase every challenge you have ever faced. Instead, it is meant to remind you that challenges never have the final word. The world often focuses on the noise of difficulty, yet my work often begins quietly in places where hope seems fragile. In those hidden places, seeds of transformation begin to grow. What is now approaching you is one of those seeds breaking through the surface. You may have noticed recently that your thoughts are beginning to shift. The same worries that once filled your mind now feel slightly less powerful. The same fears that once controlled your decisions now seem easier to question. This change is not random. It is the result of your spirit slowly aligning with the direction I have been guiding you toward. Sometimes people expect miracles to arrive with sudden flashes of dramatic change. Yet many miracles begin with something much simpler. A new sense of clarity appears in the mind. A quiet peace replaces constant anxiety. A conversation opens a door that seemed permanently closed. These small beginnings often lead to the most meaningful transformations. The surprise I spoke about earlier may arrive through something that looks ordinary at first. Perhaps it will be a new opportunity, an unexpected connection, or a moment of realization that shifts your entire perspective. When it arrives, do not overlook it simply because it does not appear grand at first glance. Often, the greatest blessings begin quietly before they reveal their full meaning. My chosen one, I know the weight you have carried during the seasons behind you. You tried to remain hopeful even when circumstances felt heavy. There were nights when exhaustion made it difficult to continue believing that anything better could arrive. Yet even during those moments, the spark of faith within you never completely disappeared. That spark has been enough for me to continue guiding your steps forward. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. There are moments ahead when you will begin to see how pieces of your life are starting to connect in ways that once seemed impossible. Situations that once confused you will start making sense when viewed from a new perspective. You will recognize that certain delays protected you from paths that would have led you away from your true purpose. What once appeared as loss will reveal itself as protection. My chosen one, the strength growing within you is not meant only for your own journey. There are people who will cross your path who feel overwhelmed by their own struggles. When they see the calm resilience in your spirit, they will begin to realize that hope is still possible for them as well. Your life will become an example that perseverance can lead to renewal. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now, but this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. This does not mean your life will suddenly become free of every challenge. Growth continues throughout every season of life. Yet the difference is that you will face future challenges with a deeper understanding of your own resilience. The storms that once frightened you will begin to feel more like lessons that strengthen your path, rather than obstacles meant to stop you. The surprise approaching you carries an invitation to step into a wider understanding of who you are. For too long, you underestimated the potential placed within your heart. You looked at your past mistakes and allowed them to define your expectations for the future. Yet mistakes never erase the purpose I placed within you. They often become the experiences that teach wisdom and humility. My chosen one, your story still contains chapters that have not yet been written. The struggles you experienced were never meant to define the entire narrative of your life. They were simply passages that prepared you for a greater understanding of compassion, courage, and perseverance. The coming season will begin revealing how those qualities can guide you toward meaningful opportunities. There will be moments soon when you feel a renewed sense of direction. Decisions that once seemed confusing will become clearer. Paths that once felt uncertain will begin showing signs that they are meant for you. As these moments appear, trust the quiet confidence that rises within your spirit. That inner assurance is part of the guidance I place within you. My chosen one, I also want you to remember that gratitude opens the heart to recognize blessings more easily. When you take time to notice even small moments of goodness, your spirit becomes more aware of the beauty surrounding your life. Gratitude shifts your attention from what is missing toward what is already present. In that shift, hope grows stronger. The surprise I mentioned is one reminder among many that your life holds more promise than your fears once allowed you to see.